friends, it's not often that we get victories in the gun rights community, even if they are very small and tiny victories. UPS seems to have recognized the error of their cocky, arrogant ways. It seems that maybe, just maybe, people who pay for shipping spoke with their wallets and they got the flush it down brown people to respond. This is a letter that they sent to AmmoLand. Your recent article about UPS tracking firearm shipments contains some information that we feel needs to be corrected. While we were not contacted for a statement, UPS would like to provide information in response to the piece and ask that you update your story. Thanks so much. Now, real quick before I finish reading her letter, this letter is from the UPS Public Affairs Office, people who were paid to actually send out propaganda on behalf of a company, Michelle Polk from UPS. Now, Michelle Polk is partially accurate and partially lying. I tried contacting Michelle Polk. I would think that there are lots of other people that also tried to contact Michelle Polk. So my advice to you, Michelle, because I know you're watching this, is respond to people who have the ability to put information out there to lots of people. Her letter goes on to state that the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives issued a final rule that expanded the definition of parts that qualify as a firearm frame or receiver and thus a firearm. UPS updated its policy to reflect the rule that states UPS cannot accept firearms without serial numbers or any partially complete, disassembled, or non-functional frame or receiver that qualify as frames or receivers as defined by the new BATFE regulations that have not been identified and given a serial number in compliance with federal law. UPS does not track gun purchases. Here we go. Nor does it have access to customer data that would detail such information. And here we go again. UPS has not, nor will it ever, track the purchase of guns. In addition, UPS would only provide information about firearm shipments when required to do so by law, such as in response to a subpoena or a warrant. This year, UPS updated the firearm products policy as a result of increased regulation of firearms and certain firearm parts, including complying with federal regulations that went into effect in August 2022. UPS also updated its policy to bring firearm product shippers in line with other highly regulated goods shippers by requiring the shipper to enter into an approved firearms product shipping agreement and provide copies of applicable licenses. These changes help ensure that shippers or firearms products have the appropriate expertise to move these items safely, securely, lawfully through our network. In addition, UPS would only request shipper information to resolve compliance issues, and the shipping agreement permits the shipper to identify when a request would require information that the shipper believes it cannot lawfully provide and suggest alternate information sufficient to resolve the compliance question. Thanks for your help, Michelle Polk, UPS Public Affairs. A lot of things are wrong with what she's stating here. She's actually a little bit incorrect. If you'll remember, UPS was not only refusing to ship anything that was firearm parts related, not just items that needed to be serialized. Let's be very clear on that. She's lying and she's misleading about this. They were making it very clear that they were not going to ship parts of any kind. In fact, if you'll remember, the threat directly from UPS is that if they found these items, they would destroy these items. That's right. They were not asked to do this. They took it upon themselves to tell you that if you shipped these items and they found them, that they would in fact destroy them. Now, a couple of good things about this letter. UPS has put themselves on the record. Not that it means anything because it's simply words on paper, but UPS states that they do not track gun purchases, nor do they have access to customer data that would detail such information. They also say that they have not, nor will they ever, track the purchase of guns. This is simply damage control. They screwed up. They crapped in their own bed. They realized it whenever they got massive blowback, not just through emails and phone calls and people like me who were trying to contact Miss Polk and she wouldn't return my call, but they saw it on their bottom line. As much as UPS hates the gun industry because they've shown that with their previous letters and their arrogance towards gun owners and gun manufacturers, they hate us, but they like our money. They absolutely like our money. So as much as they hate you and I, they can't afford to continue to hate us openly. They have to secretly hate us. So now Michelle hates us even more because she was forced to write this letter in hopes that somebody out there is gullible and stupid and will bring their money back to UPS. I would like to state this. I would like to see more from Michelle. Instead of her just trying to perform some damage control, I would like to see her roll out some nice deals, some really good rates for specific firearms companies, for firearms customers. Really make us feel welcome. Don't just send out a letter like this to AmmoLand asking them to correct something that she's kind of wrong about. I would like to see her, if she really wants our business back, earn it, sugar.
I'm sorry, I thought this was America. He's so horrible.